Good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. Bright and early, we are all ready for concrete. We're pouring the patio right behind here. So we're just getting stuff out of the way. The mixer's due in about 5 minutes. Once again, our power buggies. We worked here half a day yesterday, picked them up, just put them back down. If we leave these on the ground overnight, it kills the grass. So we always just pile them up in our work area and then put them back. As I was saying, they do a great job of protecting the lawns. All of our tools are out. Elliot's getting them ready. This is a rolled slate patio, and it is a big one. It's about 45 feet across, 20 feet out. So we pulled we had to rip out a little pad there. We hauled that away. There's the last piece of it. I pulled all the dirt and spoils over and just used it to fluff this edge up a little bit. Just give them a little berm on there. We have our broken stone liner. We use that quite often. So for the new viewers, wait till we pull that off and I'll show you how that leaves the face. This is just a rubber liner that we clamp against our form. And it's that simple. We adjusted these, the sewer cleanouts and fresh air, to the height of the concrete. So now that's flush. And they can get a flush mount cap. They won't have to trip over that nub sticking up. Matt's giving us a tie up on our chairs around the perimeter. 2x2 grid for our rebar, wire mesh. There's our pile of chairs right there and right there. We just do the perimeter, and as the buggies come in and back out, we place them through the middle rather than just crushing all the chairs. Okay. Mixer's due any minute. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, as we're bringing the buggies in, notice how they stay on the mats. A little bit off at the end. No turning the tracks, just straight in, straight out. Turn on the mats, saves the wire, saves the rebar, doesn't mess up the grade. I'll be busy here in moments. We should have brought all 3 buggies today. It's a little bit of a hike to the street. So once we get underway, it goes relatively fast. I'm just moving the chairs around to the guys. Pour back. Finally got some concrete on the ground. Cleaning up the edge, keeping it nice and neat. Makes a difference in the end. Concrete's a little bit tight this morning, but the mixer only drove about 1.5 miles to get here. So it didn't build up any heat in the truck. So I have a feeling it's going to lay here for a little while. It's about 70 degrees this morning. Almost all shade. So we'll just keep it a little on the tight side. And I think it'll go pretty well. Okay. Down to our final buggy of concrete. Maybe buggy and a half. They're putting the form on, getting the liner on. I keep straight edging as far as I can. Always pushing forward. Get this shortened up, post the corner. Now I know I have a straight plane across here. Ready for some more concrete. There we go. think I'm done with this. Okay, pour went good, 15 yards, we made it. Elliot was getting out of Tim's way and hit this hole, and the buggy flipped over. Where did Elliot go? He jumped over here. He was over that fence. I asked him, hey Elliot, I missed it on the camera. Could we do a redo? Elliot, can we do a redo?
We did like 3 backflips.
Oh my gosh. So if you saw us all run out of the video area, that's what we were doing. But he's young and agile, didn't get hurt. That's good. I'd still be laying there. Okay, 1 foot border. So we just snapped a line in the concrete. And we'll use our straight edge and a tool joiner to cut this border in. We can use the curb edger, but it just makes it hard with this liner. And we got a slight little bow in it right here. So if we use the tool to do it, now we'll get a bow in the border. So we'll keep that separate and it'll be hard to notice. We'll look at this again when we pull the form off. But that's why we snapped a line and using a tool joint, in case you're wondering. Okay. Final 5 feet. Nice and slow, just like our hand floats. The bull float is coming nice and slow, nice and flat. Other two, slow. Right to the front, close the concrete. We want to close that up, level that surface out. Low and flat. So we have about a 1/4 inch rise on it. Push the handle, rotate it back the other way. Line closest to the form. We got a double snap on there. So they're following the string line that we snapped on the concrete. Just working as a team, setting the joint, setting the end, and then connecting. This will be our rolled slate texture. This will be our heavy stone stamp. Here's one already done. We're just letting the concrete tighten up a little bit. You can see the water starting to form in that joint. If you cut it too soon, it fills up. You don't want to work this water into the concrete. See how wet that is? Don't touch it until that evaporates off. But keep in mind you got a lot of concrete to go, so you got to time appropriately. Yep. All right, timing. We'll take it down that wall. Okay, concrete's been on the ground, I'd say about a half an hour. Got all of our cleanup done, border cut in. Now we're starting to smooth the surface out. I'll move you up here a little bit closer. Boom, right here. They'll make their way down it nice and even. I am in charge of cleaning up this border. There we are, halfway done. Borders all opened up. Excuse me. Nice and straight. You see my little bulge here, but I don't think anybody's going to notice that because it's the broken stone face. Steve's just cleaning up the pillars, a little bit of splash on it. Tommy's cleaning that up, and he goes down that wall with a crinkled up plastic bag to give it some texture. It's not a perfect match to our texture wheel, but it's pretty close. Clean that joint up. Now he'll wipe that line out. If you don't take that line out, you'll see it through our stamp. Ryan and Tim are over here taking care of this edge. Yep. Guys are heading this way. Looks good, Timmy.
Yeah.
You want to talk on camera yet? Not yet? Okay. Maybe this afternoon.
Pardon? Is it the first time you finished? No, but it's been a while.
Doing good.
I don't have that. You guys can feel it, look at it, touch it. Using all your senses, Tom.
Yeah. Okay, so tomorrow we'll do some saw cuts to get some good relief off of these deck posts down the center from the door. Okay, I'll make sure the sprayer's full of liquid. We are close to rolling. Okay, home stretch. Just getting that hard to reach corner. 2 10-foot handles and 2 10-foot handles. There you go. Crisscross. Good texture everywhere. I think this is all they have left. No texture to texture. Border. And Jim has our heavy stone with the 1-foot blue wheel going right up that ribbon. A little bit different texture going there. Just highlights that border. I think it really sets that off nice.
Can you get on that side of that far post?
Right in between them.
Where it normally comes from the roller path.
It's like controlled chaos.
How far I got? I can't see it.
So we texture everything the same,
Yeah.
and then we top it. Can I see that wheel? A little bit more aggressive wheel. Yeah, thanks. Not a big difference. But once we get color on it, it really highlights it. That looks good.
Hey, there's no repeating patterns anywhere, right?
No, I think we're good. So we got the texture wheels going. I need to mount a camera out there on that. Send you for a ride. Huh?
Is that good?
Okay, I'm trying to stay out of everybody's way. Am I in your way?
I need to lose one of these.
Scrappy's both hitting tight.
Yeah, can you lose that handle?
Move it.
Lose it.
All right, I'm gonna pick this wheel up. Okay, they just pulled the first side off. That's our broken stone edge. We'll start pulling this off, and I'll show you this one. There we go. Like I said, grab a nail. See all the liquid release and water in there. So we just pick that out. Only takes a second. Get that down even. Now that drains real good. And so on. Give these a squirt. Ready for the next job. Last of the liner coming off. That's it. Don't walk to the truck with an empty hand, right? Just a little bit of oozage on this corner. Just break that off. There you go. The seam you can just touch up real quick. That's all it takes. Okay, you can see how the concrete's drying. Pretty slow under the deck. Out here, it's quite cloudy out today, so not in direct sun, drying real slow. That's what we like. We just fluffed the dirt up around the edge. Now that'll settle down. I'm guessing about a 7-inch step down to the dirt, unless they want to add some to it. But that's how we like to leave them. Not a total disaster for the homeowner. They can hire a landscaper if they want to, or they can tackle that themselves. Okay, that's it for here today. As always, thanks for tuning in to Conquer with the Hosses. Okay, we use this product quite often. Storm Gray Permatique. So I just opened up a new container. Full scooper, 3/4 of a sprayer of water. Just kind of fluff it in there. You can pre-mix these, and I kind of prefer to do that. I just forgot to bring my mixer. So Steve does a shaking method. That's what I'm going to use today. I use a blending method. We'll do that the next time. Okay, there it is, all coated with Storm Gray. You can see how it's starting to settle in real nice. Now I'll head up. We're gonna mix up deep charcoal for this half. Lighter under the deck, darker out here. They're putting a fire pit. They wanted this one shade darker. And then we're gonna do black on the border to make that the darkest. Never done that before. We'll see how it looks. The 3 colors. We've done multiple colors plenty of times. This is the first time. 1, 2, 3 colors. Okay, no deep charcoal, deep charcoal. How about that, huh? Really highlighting those lows and highs. Okay, let's get it on. So again, just painting it on the whole surface, saturating it. So I'll call the homeowners out here in a minute, let them take a look at this. That border is going to be pretty dark if we go one shade darker. Not that that's a bad thing. I think it'll look really sharp. See how it just starts to move and settle in? If you get a drip, just make sure you really flood that and feather it out, because you will see drip marks if you don't do that. The sealer will highlight them, and homeowners may not say anything, but they'll see it. So will everybody else. They were standing up on the deck looking down. They think they like the deep charcoal better. We may be doing the whole thing deep charcoal. We'll see what happens. I'll talk to them. Remember yesterday when I took a screw or a nail and cleaned this groove out, making sure it didn't hold moisture. If this held moisture, this would overflow and you get a big black spot here. So always clean these out and let them drain. See how this is getting full? But you can see the water moving right through there. Okay, black is in place. Making sure everything else is run out of the hose. Guys next door gave me some cardboard. I'm going to start on this center first. You can see as that cardboard gets saturated. This might take 2 or 3 coats. We want to really give this a lot of contrast between both bodies. So slide these down. And of course, more cardboard would be easier, but when do we ever do things the easy way? The tool cut's really helping. Okay, Ryan and I came back over here. Patio is almost all dry. This is what I was worried about though. Under here in the shade, a little bit of moisture right here. And I saw some down here. Now this must have been in the shade earlier. You can see it's in full sun, so that'll be dry in minutes. And you just have to look in these cut marks. There's water in here yet. So I'll just give this a little bit longer. I might even stop back and hit this strip right here. I'm gonna go ahead and start coloring the patio. Leaves are starting to fall. I just don't want it to get dirty and have to start re-cleaning again. So like I always say, this is my favorite part. Check it out. Okay, here we go. Now you're not going to be able to see it very well under the deck. Just be patient and see what it looks like out here. Dried up really nice under here though. Doing each square all by itself. Making my way right down the edge of the house. Now we're into the storm gray and the black border. Sealer, no sealer. Voila. All done and out of sealer. Okay, there it is. 100% all done. How about that for a patio? About 2 days work. Hopefully they can enjoy it for a long time. As always, thanks for tuning in to Conquer with the Hosses. Catch you on the next project.